It is 10:30 right now, and I have kind of a list of things to do. So I have it all planned out here on my thing. And I have it all planned out. As you see, I am within my filming window and then also within my weekly review, which I'm a little bit behind on. It's 10:35. I should have already started because the start time is at 10, but we're just gonna go in and get into it. I am doing something new. I am doing the getting things done method, like straight to the book method. Yes, I'm obviously going to adapt it to me, but what I used to do is basically the way I learned about this method is I watched people's videos on it, and then I kind of was like, oh, I could do this, I could do this. So kind of like grasping little things out of it, and I'm realizing that my system is incomplete. Because of that, I was like, okay, I need to get this book. I need to read. I need to see like what the basis is, and then I can adapt and make it work for me, right? So I went through the book, and I'm realizing that there were some key things that I didn't do in the beginning of trying to start this process of weekly reviews and planning and all that I really need to do. And that first thing is like make a reference file cabinet, whatever. So basically where I can reference anything that I may need. For example, my birth certificate, my passport, stuff like that, all in one central location, filed and organized, so I know where to go back and look for it. And not just paper items, also like pretty much anything that you can think of like in your life that you're going to reference for something else. Like literally anything you can think of, something like as tangible as a book, and also something as minuscule as a piece of paper that has some information on it that you need for later. So that's kind of like what I'm learning from the book. Like you're even taking these tangible items and you're filing them and organizing and all that, so your brain can work in a better capacity and you can like enjoy life because your brain's not thinking about 10 million open loops. You've set the open loops aside and your brain can enjoy the moment, stuff like that. So it's a really cool book. Like how it's talking about like basically just how your brain works and how you can have your brain work for you type situation. So far the system makes sense. Like I said, I realized that like, oh, I didn't do this beginning step, and that's why these other steps are harder for me to do and stay consistent with, because they don't make sense. So I need to do the first step, which is referencing and making a reference folder. I am going to a wedding. It's far away, so I have like my travel time in there, the time I'm checking into the hotel, all that. I also have to pack and do my makeup, and I'm just going to do my makeup beforehand just so I don't have to worry about like doing it there and making sure I have everything here. And my hair, I'm gonna like put my hair up, I think, and all that. So but before that, like I said, I'm doing this review planning, content planning session. So I have some coffee here. I'm feeling like anxious, like I'm ready to have a good time later, so like I need to focus on my things. So I have my music playing, or I'm gonna have my music playing, and I'm actually gonna straighten up my room first, like do the first half of my reset that I normally do, so which is the clear, I get current, and I stay consistent. So first one is get clear. So what I'm gonna do is clear my area. While I'm clearing my area, I'm gonna gather the things that I need to start putting in the reference. Some of them like already have like basically a location, but I wanna put it all together like in this file folder. Or I might just, like another thing from the book is you take a slip of paper and you like write on it the item, and then you put it in the file folder. So that way you're not like putting whole books in the file folder or putting whole movies in the file folder, stuff like that. Like it's still a reference, it's still organized and put away, it's in its location, and it's also in your reference folder. So like while I clean up my area, I'm gonna go ahead and do that step at the same time, and then I'll be ready to do my planning. So I'll be ready to get current. So while I get current, I'm going to start putting my reference folders together. My actual like file cabinet thing isn't here yet, so I can get the folders together, but then I'm gonna have to like put the folders somewhere while I wait for that to come. So, which is fine, but my brain is kind of all over the place, so I really need to get it together so I can do what I need to do. And this is like another reason why I really wanted to read the book, and like not just this book, but also the other books that I've been reading, Atomic Habits and the 12-Week Year. because like I have these moments like this where I just feel so creative and so like boom, 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 like my brain is just firing and I don't know what to do with the information. And so I end up not doing anything. And I need to not do that. Like in this moment, this is my time to do my weekly review of my planning. So I need to do my weekly review of my planning. So yeah, like I said, I'm about to go ahead and finish, or go ahead and start and get into that. And it's already much later. It doesn't matter. I need to do these things, so I'm gonna do them. Let's go.
Look, seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Say on the outside, you gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. Ay, slide around the city with my day one. I ain't gotta worry cause they A1. Wasn't in the field and you can't come with us. My little shawty going stupid, going straight dumb with us. I'm a big time, still humble in the hood. Gotta keep it positive on nothing but the good. When I'm on vacation, I be stunting like I should. Got a real queen falling, she gon' stumble on the wood. And I still be doing business with my brother them. And I know that if I got it, I'ma cover them. And I know that if I need it, they gon' give it back. Gotta practice what you preachin', I be living that. Taking trips around the globe, bringing game back. Touchdown hood, happy that I came back.
That was so easy. Done. Printed. So I just printed a label that said my name. And look at it. Here it is. Do I tear it? Yeah. Done. I love it. I love it. And then I put that on.
Shine from the inside. Say on the outside. Knee deep in the game and I'm still the same. Why you always hating? That's a shame. Gotta split the profits with the ones that came. With your other homies, share the vision, yeah, we got the same picture. You won't catch me in the club, I like to meditate. I be higher than a bird, I like to levitate. When I ask them how they doing, it ain't never great. So I be focused on the money, need a better rate. Baby girl eating veggies, doing yoga at the crib. Swimming in the winter, don't get colder where I live. Still the same number, if you got it, you can hit me. Pull up to the park, I'ma match you on a sticky. I ain't tryna be nobody, I ain't gotta be. 100 bands up, shopping at the Dollar Tree. Never been a type that gotta act, gotta lie. I just go and get the bread and bring it back to the tribe. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause they ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Say on the outside.
Okay, so these two things were pretty much filled with paper. This is now like crafting storage, and this is completely empty. This is the trash wastebasket shredding type things. My dad's very adamant about anything that has my address on it must be shredded because it's his address, you know. And then this is the result. So these are the current reference folders. I organized them the best I could, like what I thought I would think of, like school for Deshawn, school for Natalie, just Deshawn, recipes, fitness, personal brand, you know. So all the reference papers that I want to keep for right now. And then this is going to be my in tray. These are things that need to be filed or processed. So I have to go through each of these papers and process them accordingly. Some of them I just need to read, maybe set aside to read. Some of them I need to like set a date to go back. Like some of them are like payment plan things, or this is like, that's my dad's actually. Some of them I'm not sure. Honestly, I think I took care of, but I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, this is going to be my in tray. Set up my desk the way I want it. It's going to have my in tray My in tray will be on my desk, probably on this side, my computer on this side. I'm gonna like rearrange my desk. Since this is just all storage, like this used to have stuff on it that I would use like while I was filming, but yeah, it's just gonna be storage, so I can pretty much put that away somewhere, and that clears off the space on my desk because that box used to be on my desk. Yeah, so that was it for the process. Like, so that was part of my get clear and get current process, because now my in tray is current, my reference folders are pretty much complete. Now I just need to actually do my schedule. That's also part of the get current segment, so I have about 20 more minutes to do that, and then be consistent is the last step. So being consistent involves setting up routines, setting up like my calendar and all that, like for the week, so I can stay consistent, and also setting up systems or assessing my systems so I can continue to stay current throughout the week. So I'm about to do my schedule. I do my scheduling in Google Calendar, and I also use Notion. I'm pretty new to Notion, so I'm really still trying to get the hang of it and like which way I can best use it, but I think I'm getting there, and I'm super excited about it, especially with using the GTD method. Like now I have projects, and projects aren't just like, oh, a physical project where I'm creating something. No, a project could be, I want to rearrange my room, and then that's just pieces to the project, stuff like that. So that was a super cool realization, because before, when I talked about before, I like did research on the GTD method, and like when I would hear people talk about projects, I couldn't relate, like I couldn't connect the dots. So after reading the book though, like it makes more sense to me, like what the project is, and like what I'm doing here. Like a project is literally just anything I'm doing that takes multiple steps. So like I said, that could be from doing the laundry and putting the kid, like cleaning the kid's room. That could be a project because I have to do the laundry, I have to put the clothes away, I have to pick up the things off the floor. That's multiple steps. So anyway, I'm going to do that, like I said, my planning real fast. And not like I'm not gonna rush through it. I'm gonna, you know, do what I need to do, but I'm saying real fast because now this is like my 3rd or 4th week doing it consistently, which is great. I'm doing great with that, but I'm not doing too great with my 12-week year part, and I really want to integrate it just a little bit more. I need to like have more checklists, I think, and like actually look at the checklists. Whew, the struggle. But my cousin, who I'm doing my WAM meetings with, my weekly meetings, she suggests like a 30-minute time every single day that I look at my checklist, look at my things that I need to do, kind of like look over my process. And I think I need to start there, you know, like unfortunately I gotta do something because I'm doing nothing. So anyway, I'm going to open my calendar, go ahead and schedule out things. I have like a base schedule, and then I just move everything around, you know, around my working schedule, because I work a full-time job. So, and then my children have events and practices. That's a full-time job. Listen, the struggle, but I love it. I love it every second, loving every second of it. So anyway, let's do this schedule real fast. So this is my plan. My schedule is kind of like towards the end of the week, so like I have to do things on my days off, and then this is still part of my weekend, so I'm like sleeping more because I'm gonna be out late, like stuff like that. So my schedule's like, you know, it is what it is. But like these big blocks are my work blocks, and then like I schedule everything else pretty much around my work. So, and I try to keep a consistent bedtime. I'm sorry, of course the trash is coming right now. The trash man. Okay, all right. I try to keep a consistent bedtime, not just for my kids, but for me as well. Just because I feel like I know that I feel better and work more consistently when my bedtime is the same. And then my morning routine, I do it every morning, but I don't work out every morning. So this morning, for example, I work early, 6 a.m. So it's just too early for me to wake up and work out. So I I don't work out those days, but I still do my morning routine, you know. So there are things that are like consistent, and then I just fill in the blanks. So that is it for my getting current. Like I said, I've done everything else I need to do, and now it's all about staying consistent. But in the staying consistent, I have to stick to my schedule, and it's time for me to actually get dressed for my weekend. I'm so excited.
Ay, ay. Ay, ay, look. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside.